It was my first newsletter. In fact, it was the first newsletter ever published for D Company. We were a forward direct support unit, and our commander had flown 412 combat hours in a Cobra attack helicopter. He was cool, calm, and intelligent, so allowing me to do this publication was a calculated risk. My first line was a simple question: why are we all here? The question was designed to engage various thought processes among our readers. Some interpreted it as a question about their life path leading to this unit. Others went down the philosophical path. From that perspective, this question defies a realistic answer, since it requires information we do not have. Or do we? The answer I was seeking had nothing to do with their personal histories, philosophy, or religion. The answer I gave after a few paragraphs was, we're all here because we're not all there. If we were all in another place, we could not all be here in this place. A simple physics question. Well, it got the reaction I was hoping for, but the commander suggested that this newsletter did not need that much engaging. We ask a lot of why questions in our journey, but why is a question God does not answer? In fact, God's response to our why questions is always, trust me. Some spend a lot of time and energy fretting over the whys of life, robbing them of the joy in living by faith. God has promised to provide what we need if we trust Him. But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. That's Matthew chapter 6, verses 33 through 34. We often hear the verses from Ephesians quoted as well. For it is by grace you have been saved through faith. And this is not from yourselves, it's the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. That's Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8 and 9. We tend to limit these verses to the conversion experience. But in reality, it permeates every facet of living. We are asked to enjoy the scenery and leave the details to God. The cost of this trip is paid for. The destination is set, and we're promised that God will be faithful to complete it with us. I believe that the first conversation we will have when we finally arrive will contain this divine comment. I told you that you could trust me. How much joy would you have experienced in the adventure if you had? Jesus laid out what the future would look like for His followers just before His arrest. A time is coming, and in fact has now come, when you will be scattered, each to his own home. You'll leave me all alone. Yet I'm not alone, for my Father is with me. I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I'll overcome the world. That's John chapter 16, verses 32 and 33. See, peace is available only by believing the author. In me, Jesus said, you may have peace. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.